Hi, this is Sean Callahan. I'm the watercolor artist. I've been studying watercolor for 28 years, and this is the next installment video. Monochromatic, so we're just going to paint in one color, and we're going to paint an apple. Just to give you examples of what monochromatic means, these are some of the apples and pears that I've painted using just one color. So you're only allowed to use one color during this process, but you have to find the value. So the whole concept of this is to get your lights, your middles, and your darks. And we're using simple objects like apples and pears. And I painted apples and pears for a solid year, and I loved it, actually. I painted them from every direction, from above, below, sideways, changing the light. And you can learn so much from just painting simple round objects that you can apply later to painting anything. So my process of painting and teaching is to go very slow, and we work our way to more complicated and subject matter. But so these are different colors, but they're all monochromatic. So this is a hematite violet that I used, and I just used different water. More water made it lighter, and less water I kept it darker. So it's darker values, middle values, light values. And it made them feel round. This is the same, absolutely the same composition, but I used quinacridone burnt orange to get those same value changes. So I made it feel three-dimensional, just using the one color, and just using water, changing the amounts of water. Here's one just using hematite, and this one's framed, but it's a quinacridone gold. All the same composition, and they all have a dramatic difference in how they feel, but ultimately I only used one color to get that. So today, hopefully you've gone through all the steps in the video process, and you have been practicing your orbs and painting them around and making those marbles go across the table like we talked about. So what I'm going to show you now is to actually take a photograph, like something like this, and then transfer it. But in this case, onto watercolor paper, because you don't want to really draw on your watercolor paper and have to erase a lot, because it's a fairly delicate surface. The more you erase it, the more you have an opportunity to scratch and have it pill up, which will then affect how the paint goes on the paper. So in the following projects from now on, I'm going to actually have a photograph, and then I'm going to have a drawing that you'll be able to download onto your computer and print out. And it'll be an 8.5 by 11, which is a normal sheet of paper, and it'll be pre-drawn. So it'll look like this. I call this a skeletal drawing because I don't put in any of the shading. I just put the bones of the composition. So you can see I cut the pear out, but this is just the apple of this composition. And I just get where the lights, the middles, and the dark values are. So you're going to do a skeletal drawing, and you'll get this. So if you don't have great expertise at drawing, this will be provided to you. I'll just email it to you, or it'll be on the Google page that you'll be able to just download it. So, and then you can just transfer it. And I'm going to do that in the next segment to show you how you can transfer this kind of a drawing onto your watercolor paper without hurting it too much. So without further ado, we're going to get started with that. So I'm going to switch out the camera so you can see from above what I'm working on, and we're going to paint an apple using burnt umber. So you're only allowed to use burnt umber in this, and we're going to make this apple feel round. And after you've painted some orbs for a while, this should make more sense. So anyway, here we go. Are you ready? All right.